Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about shotguns, the most hated gun in video games. Now this video I'm going to be talking about why there's so much hate for shotguns and why they're always in shooting video games. So let's try to hit 10 likes on this video. I know it's an astronomical number, but I know you guys could do it. Also, it's not a good discussion unless there are many point of views, so leave your own comments, thoughts, and opinions in the comment section below. Now in every shooting game I've ever played, there were shotguns. One-hit kill weapons that make everybody rage and send hate mail. I have even sent some myself. But why would game developers keep adding them to games after so many people complain about them? So first, let's talk about the hate. So people hate shotguns mainly because of the excessive power, the one-hit kills, the excessive range, that you could shoot people from across the map and they still go down, which is really not realistic at all, and then the lack of skill. Now people see these shotguns as a lack of skill because it's really just pointing and shooting. You don't really even need to point. Some games, they let you blind fire. You just kind of click a button and you get a kill. Imagine yourself, you practice your aim every single day. You go into matches, you get a ton of kills with your pretty good accuracy, and then all of a sudden, someone shotguns you in the back. And that's the only way you've been killed the whole match. I think all of us would be a little bit infurious about that. It really just takes no effort to use shotguns. It's just pointing and clicking. Some people grind the game to get to where they are in terms of their aim and their strategy and their gameplay, while other people just shotgun around. They just run around with shotguns and get a ton of kills. You could take out the greatest player with a shotgun. Just hit them, point, click, gone. That's something that people just don't like it. It's been proven. People rage, people hate it. Now some people would argue that using the shotgun does take skill and is just a different strategy that some people use. Playing close range it's a strategy, and that's fine. But a lot of people, probably the majority I'd say, hate it. Just hate shotguns, hate that they're in the game, hate that they're being used, and hate that they have such excessive power and excessive range. Now moving on to my second point, if it's so hated, why are they still in shooters? Why are they still in the game? Why do game developers constantly put shotguns in their games, even having full lists, having choices of shotguns to use? And that comes down to a couple of things. First is our expectation. When we buy a shooting game like Call of Duty or Uncharted or even Last of Us, we expect there to be shotguns. We expect there to be some sort of close range weapon that we could use that we could just point and click when we have those noob days where we don't want to do much work. It'd be kind of weird, honestly, to think about a game without shotguns. And that's kind of strange. Another point is that it brings more content and more diversity in the gameplay. Having no shotguns in the game would be kind of interesting because people would just be using assault rifles and burst weapons probably. And some people just may not like that. Some people would rather prefer having these diverse group of guns that they could use, that they could choose from, that kind of, varies their gameplay. And then the third point is that, games aren't as hard as they used to be. Games no longer reward you for having amazing accuracy, amazing aim. All you have to do now is point and click. And that's especially true in The Last of Us, when you have guns like the Frontier Rifle, the Tactical Shotgun, the Normal Shotgun, the Shorty, the list goes on and on. These games just don't reward perfect accuracy. They always give noobs a way to get kills. I think the new game developers' motto is never leave a noob behind. So they put all these shotguns in the game so that people play it. People don't get angry when they get outgunned every single second. They have a way out. They have a way to get kills and play the game, just like everybody else. Another point is that it brings balance to the game. It actually balances out the game so that long range weapons aren't the most OP thing. Middle range weapons, there's a counter for everything. And I think that's true in a couple ways, but I think you can make the game so that it's balanced without such cheap weapons. It really comes down to games not being really hard anymore. Developers make their games to sell, to be casual, to be fun, not to be hard and frustrating for people. So they add things that make the game easier. In Uncharted 4, for example, we have mysticals, we have sidekicks, we have heavy weapons, the list goes on and on. Games are supposed to be fun and enjoyable, not frustrating, hard, and getting pub stomped in every single game. Now moving on to the final point, how do we fix this? And I think there really is no fix. If we make shotguns a little harder to use, it'll just become more rewarding to use the other guns. Making the range a little bit weaker, making the power a little weaker. People will just resort to other weapons, to other strategies. It won't be rewarding enough. Making shotguns virtually useless. Why even bother putting them in the game if nobody's gonna use them? I think shotguns will always be in video games now, every shooting video game obviously, and it's become the norm. I don't think anybody really wants to change that. They don't want to risk having, you know, the bad the bad rap not having shotguns in a video game, you know? A lot of people do enjoy them. A lot of people do use them, and that's their main strategy. It adds more content to the game, and I think shotguns are here, and I think they're here to last. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think we really need shotguns to make a well-made, diverse, and balanced shooter, or do you think they could be gone with forever, never see a shotgun again? Let us know in the comments. Now, this was my first solo commentary. I'm kind of new to it, obviously, but I'll be getting better, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.